still has, hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, and they will deploy that in order to forward and maintain a narrative as they see fit.
Yeah.
So, there aren't easy answers to this, but I think that what we're doing right now is definitely in the right direction.
Thank you, Todd. Saba, do you want to go next? And if you wanted to just say your question and then say which of the panelists you wanted to answer it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Emily. So, hi, everyone. My name is Saba. I'm one of the founders of Black Terps Matter, which is an anti-racist coalition on the campus. I just want to start and say I'm so sorry for, and also that me and the other co-founders of Black Terps Matter, we're really standing in solidarity with all of the workers, but really everyone that's been impacted by the coronavirus. Every single one of us has also been impacted by the coronavirus. And I have a cousin and an aunt that work in dining services on campus. So I feel these issues on a different level. So I'm kind of speaking from both sides. I want to, because of what Todd just said about us making sure to compare our notes, I want to make sure to add to this conversation that I have been in conversation with the administration. I can attest to everything that everyone is saying. Extremely unresponsive. I think that someone noted that it was oppressive. I agree with that. I think as far as the progress that I've made, and I'm only speaking on this because for whatever reason they put me in so many different working groups. I was in a President Pines student working group for Black student demands. I'm in a one surrounding activism. Apparently, I can assure you all that none of us should feel appeased by anything that we're hearing from the administration at all. I think that this is more supplementing evidence, but I think that it's very clear to see, both from what they're saying here and also from if we really sat and reflected as students to see the type of support that we get, if we're okay with just one mask at the beginning of the semester and everything else that we've gotten or haven't gotten from the school in the past semester, I think that is where the evidence really lies within ourselves and what we know to see that school actually do. But in regards to sharing notes and everything, and I'm going to try and make this quick, one of the things that Black Terps Matter asked for, and it was in it was along with Mary Perg that we did this, and Grishma specifically worked with me. We asked, and might have made a mistake of this, but we asked the administration to assist us with starting a supply hub. This was many months ago. This is actually before the semester started, the month before the semester started. And we tried really hard for this, and we delivered a proposal, and it was specifically so they could give us a space that they already own, Milkboy Art House. They actually offered it to us so that we could bring the supplies that we already have, PPE, water, food, clothes, especially since we have a partnership with Value Village. It was going to be a really good opportunity to get supplies to the community. We told the administration all about this, asked them to support us. At first they said that they would support us. That's why they put us in contact with Kenneth Ullman, who's a very important person. And it just fell through. It just simply fell through. So now to hear what everyone is saying now about how they're trying to fight for PPE and how we're still literally asking for basic fundamental things, I feel like this is all supplementing information and something that we already know about the school. And so my question though is kind of going off of that, and this is for Todd specifically. How do you think that Black Terps Matter can leverage our relationship, because we are talking to VP of Student Affairs Patty Perillo, VP of Diversity and Inclusion Georgina Dodge. We're talking to them. They give us meetings at the very least, but we're not making any progress. But what do you think that we can kind of center the conversations around to keep the focus on the workers?
That was for Todd, right?
Oh, it was for Todd, but really anybody, any answers.
I was about to ask for your opinion, Selena, because
I don't mind answering it, but I don't mind answering it.
You, so please go for it.
Yeah, I don't mind answering it. I just really thought I heard Saba say that she was wanting to hear what you said, but I'm happy. So can you just repeat the last part of your question? I just want to make sure I'm not going off track because I was listening to everything else you were saying too.
I'm so sorry. You know, I say a whole bunch, but I was asking how we can make sure to leverage our platform and the spaces that we are in. Like we have meeting. We've never met with the president before. I've never talked to him, but we do meet with VP of Student Affairs Patty Perillo, and VP of Diversity and Inclusion Georgina Dodge, who we thought would be the best people to maintain relationships with to try and prevent things like this from happening. But at this point, we can't even get them to listen to what we're saying. So if we can amplify your voices.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna I think unity obviously is one thing. Like,
Absolutely.
you know, we're gonna help amplify, you know, what you guys are fighting for. You guys help to amplify what we're fighting for. And one really, really good way to do that we have seen is tried and true and does normally get a response is social media. They are so concerned with optics that as soon as you air out their dirty laundry, then you're going to get, you know, oh, wait a minute. No, we don't want to look like that. So let's sit down and talk about this. And so then you're going to get a more quick response instead of this like dismissive and condescending, like, we really care about that, but we're just really busy right now, which is a lot of what we get. We worked directly with Patty Perillo for many months. I will say that there's been a bit of a kind of a trajectory that I've observed with her. At the beginning, it was, well, I've only been here for 9 weeks, and we heard that for like 6 weeks. And then it was like, then it was, you know, okay, well, we're going to, you know, I totally understand. I'm here. Like, these are, you know, I consider the workers are my people, and I really want to make sure I'm hearing you. And she's very, definitely gives you the impression like that there's some caring there, but you know, we all know genuine care is seen and felt through actions, not town halls, not a place where we can all like kumbaya. Like, that's what they're giving us, and they're not like giving us now, we'll say one of the best things that happened in the entire summer was when we blasted them on social media royally, and a lot of our students helped with that, and that's why it went so far and wide. Emily was so instrumental in that as well, so we really appreciate it. But what happened is when we sat down at that meeting, finally we had decision makers as a part of that meeting. We had Dr. Pines, we had Carlo Coella, I think I said, I don't know if that's how you say his name, whatever. Anyway, he was there, and like we literally had a plan. We're like, okay, so here are the ways that we can immediately bring relief to the workers that are suffering. And so that was an action, and it was a solution-oriented meeting. And Dr. Pines came on really strong with that, and then it's just been like, okay, I did that now, and then that was it. So I do feel like the university really, honestly, fundamentally feels like it doesn't owe the workers anything. And that is so obvious in their actions. It's almost like, well, we gave you administrative leave for the first, you know, couple months of COVID. And I get that. We appreciate it. Every worker appreciates the fact that we were paid, right? But you don't slap us in the face as soon as we come back to campus because we want to come in and do our job by not laying things in place that you had more than enough time to do. More than enough time. You had the union giving you the playbook, and they didn't do it. And so that, to me, that is a slap in the face because they look down at the worker for taking the administrative leave, but the decision makers who were also sitting on their asses at home didn't have a plan. Yeah. When we literally came back, why wasn't there abundant PPE if they were planning on having workers come back in? Why wasn't the HVAC system up and ready and running? You want to save money? Then how come someone didn't decide we're going to have this many workers in this building and we'll turn it on so they can work, and then when that building's done, we'll turn it off and we'll move them to the next? There's so many different ways this could be done. And as I said in one meeting over the summer, I said, this really is not that difficult. When you are leading from a place of compassion, these things naturally fall into place. But when you're leading from a place where you really don't care about the people this affects, that's the reason why we have to sit here and keep talking these things out over and over, because they don't actually care. And so you're going to still get that. You're going to get that from Patty Perillo. You're going to get that, oh, you know, my schedule's so full and I'm so busy and there's so much I want to do, but I just can't. But I'm with you. I'm really with you. Like, please come to our town hall. And to me, that's more optics, right? Because in the meantime, people are wondering what they're going to do with their children at home, and they're trying to virtually school them, or immunocompromised parents or children that live at home, and they're worried about catching COVID. We have bus drivers being attacked, you know, while they're just trying to do their job, and getting in trouble when they correct a student that was being abusive towards them. And so that, I mean, honestly, you know, everything you need to know, they're going to show you. They're going to show you if you look. But it's like they expect us to, like, just eat up this narrative that we're all in this together and see how nice we are. Yeah, we were one of the first universities to move immediately to virtual learning. And yes, they were. And they didn't talk to the employees. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know if our jobs were safe. We didn't know anything. So I would say we could unite in that way. Like, we need to put them on blast. So if that means we coordinate a car caravan together on campus and we're socially distanced and safe and we do that, we do it. You know, if there's a social media campaign and we all need to be involved, then I think we should do that. Because they're not going to get better unless they're forced to. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth of what they've shown us. Expecting them to do the right thing and to be compassionate and to care about the most vulnerable people on the campus, like, because they just should, has never historically happened. So we have to make them care.
Thank you so much, Selena.
I need to ask some about the question about the move, because around in 2018, when they had that bad case